Thank you for joining us. You're with Anthony, Manna, and Dena Marie, and it's Our Energy Matters, bantering back and forth. Welcome, Anthony.
And welcome, Dena Marie. And Our Energy Matters, we might as well say it right from the very beginning, is this precious book, soul-changing, life-changing, could be, right? And it's her book, Our Energy Matters, The Art of Crystal Reading. I never knew what that meant. Learn how to manifest your heartfelt intentions. I never knew anything about crystal reading until I met my celestial guardian, Dena Marie. And are you there?
I'm here.
And we met early on when Dena Marie had invited me to be on her show, Lift Your Spirits, which airs on Fridays, and she'll tell you how to get there. Loukas and the Game of Chance, she interviewed me about my middle grade book, fantasy, and we, from that moment on, became trusting friends and have since then been meeting regularly to talk about our energy matters, to talk about crystal reading, to talk about chakras, and so much more that to me is revelation.
And the beauty of it is today we were kind of bantering about what's going on in the world. And then we said, whoop, stop. What can we do to lift our spirits?
Absolutely.
And we both came up with the same thing that we like to do. And what do you love to do that lifts your spirits?
Well, I talked right away. I said, I'm sitting here next to my computer, looking out my window to 8 acres of the woods I live on in a log cabin in Northeast Ohio. And that's where I was this morning at exactly 7 a.m. doing my power walk and my power run through the trails, through, the different areas past. We have quite a few Buddha statues. It's serene. It's welcoming me into the universe, into the world. And I feel so protected in so many ways. I look around me, the birds are just, it's a chorus of their singing, and look at you. Yeah, right. And you said to me, what did you talk about?
I said that I did some of my business calls doing walks in the woods this morning. And then I went to the labyrinth because my lawn's being mowed. So I didn't think our Zoom thing would go very well at the 8 acres I live on. So I'm here, and we didn't even know that that's the thing we'd choose, this morning, that I'm sitting at the labyrinth that I walk with my clients and do retreats with. But I thought this would be a great introduction to how to keep your spirits high by reconnecting with Mother Nature and also your relationship. So you and we first connect with Mother Nature, which is our Earth, the Mother Earth, and then we reconnect with one another, and then our spirits are more lifted, but more alive. How's that?
That sounds very good. Yeah, because I think that's what happens. It's like our energy matters, and the energy that those life forces out there that are giving us so much, and I want to have so much respect for it because what it gives to me as I walk the trails in the morning, fast and powerful, and just the breath, the breathing, and then sometimes what I'll do is I'll turn it into a meditation walk, and that also feels very satisfying because it helps me to focus. Otherwise I'm kind of twirling around in my head, and sometimes it can be very negative or very disheartening, but once I start getting into to mindfulness about it, it's amazing. I mean, I wake up to it and I go, look at this oak, look at these shrubs, look at the absolute beauty of the patterns that are formed as the sun is rising, across the woods, and then I also am a little afraid because sometimes people in this area say there are bears, and I keep looking around. I think, please don't eat me.
Then you just run faster.
Yeah,
But you said breath, right?
Yes.
When we're overthinking things, the first thing we do is stop breathing, and so we become anxious and fearful. And most of my clients, they sit down, I say take 3 deep breaths, and like, wow, I feel better. I said that's because you weren't breathing. So exercising, I'm doing hills. I walk the hills, and as soon as your lungs expand like that, then your brain is getting more oxygen. We probably just need more breath. We need to breathe
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah. Don't we ever? Don't we ever? Yeah, because I can sometimes feel myself tightening up. Yeah. So that's the way the day began, and I think that it was so interesting because what you said. We were in the middle of this conversation, and I was talking about some difficulties that I'm going through right now personally, in terms of my personal life is going to be changing very radically, and so we were going on and on about it, and you said. You stopped, you took a breath, and you said, what can we do today to lift our spirits? So let's pass that on to people who are maybe watching and listening to this, that think about it. Think about what you could do at the moment you're listening to us to appreciate your spirit, and
And
then go ahead.
And the beauty of it is when I got here, normally I'd walk the labyrinth, but instead I did some yoga that I haven't done, and I did some deep breathing. And that's when I saw a family of quails walk the labyrinth. It was like a magical, I just like, what? It made it
Welcome.
magical.
Welcome, welcome. But then the other thing I'd like to pass on to that you helped me with very much is one day you said to me, think about when in the morning or midday, whatever, think about five things you can be thankful for, And then you said, also think about what your intention or your intentions are for this day, and I forget that. So I put it on a little index card close to my computer so that when I don't remember it, I can slip over there sometimes and it's waiting for me, and then I think right away, 5 things to be thankful for. Zip, 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 there they are, and what is my intention? And sometimes my intention is to try to remain positive through it all, and
Well, we were talking about my blood pressure over the years, how I've changed so many things, and thoughts pop up, right? So if a thought feels good, that's a good thought. If a thought doesn't feel good, then you have to like change gears. I say change your tune, but you have to be conscious of a thought that makes you quit breathing or fear, right? Oh gosh. There's so many things right now. I just walk away and I go dance, or I go to the beach, or and I just sit with myself a lot because I really am trying to focus. And you said focus so I can keep my health, because my health is everything. It's the foundation.
yeah.
I don't need high blood pressure.
No, of course not. No, and I don't. What I do is I get into my stress, and it's this productivity stress is what I call it, because I'm a retired professor, and it was always, they used to say to me, you're only as good as your next chapter that you get published, and that used to make me barf.
Use that word a lot. Barf. Yeah.
Come on, are you kidding me? That's all I'm worth is a chapter in someone's book or something, or an article in a journal that nobody reads. No, that's not true. But that's too cynical.
No.
But the point is that what I do with the productivity is I right now I was right in the beginning of a pivotal scene in the story that I'm working on, that Don, my partner, is going to be illustrating. He's going to be illustrating the story. And I had to stop again because, number one, because we have these responsibilities because of Brother Joe, who's not well. And then secondly, because by the time the day ends around 8 o'clock at night, when we've been running around like this, I am an exhausted old guy. But I have an old guy diary. And
Yeah.
you helped me get it together, and I can read, and this is fresh off the press. You want me to read? I mean, I just did this about an hour or so ago. This is Old Guy Diary, August the 11th, 2021. Thank you, everybody, and Dena Marie, for listening. The day I happened upon, was guided by divine providence to a life-changing no, 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 no. Soul-changing manual of matters and manners spiritual, a book titled Our Energy Matters, the Art of Crystal Reading, and Learn How to Manifest Your Heartfelt Intentions. I met up with an enlightened source of solace, a healer fired by a hunger, an insatiable yearning to fathom the depths of goodness, to rescue souls, selves, spirits from arid, desiccated desires, waning creeds, dying gospels, dead dogmas, to restore these souls to a wellness marked by serenity, community, godness, spiritness, alive to a rapid succession of choices and glorified intentions. I want to leave it there in a sense, but I can say that because of that book, and I can continue this the next time, I sought life-changing energies and their corresponding vibrant, soulful colors. I stood smack dab beside a dream wanderer who offered me a sacrament doled out as chakra doses. The word chakra, she reports in Our Energy Matters, means wheel in Sanskrit, an ancient East Indian language. There are 7 of these major energy centers in the body, human body, and hundreds of minor ones, and they receive, assimilate, and distribute energy throughout our energetic fields, our auras, and they connect to and illuminate colors. Now, that's where I'm going to stop because I want to talk about that the next time. But see, folks, the first thing that happened was I thought, this is not making sense to me. What can I do? Well, I went to the chakra cheat sheet. We'll try to say that 100 times real fast. Place crystals on corresponding colors. And that's what I will talk about the next time, because it is, I hope I don't lessen the intensity of it by saying it's refreshing. It really is. It's being woke, as they say.
In a whole different way.
Yeah, in a whole different way. You know what I mean? And I'm so appreciative of it. And I think,
and I'm just going to say, the chakras are, they run through your spine and top of your head and through your feet, but it's like a musical instrument. And so all we do is we have little doses or prescriptions to keep your musical instrument in tune. And then when it's in tune, you see quails and Buddhas and things are magical and make sense. And it's very equanimous. But when they are out of tune, you're playing ugly songs and nobody wants to be around you. How's that? So you want to make sure you tune up your chakras every day. Most of the time it's doing what brings you joy, being around people that love and support you, keeping your head in the clouds sometimes just to get that inspiration and connection to your higher self. And most of all, love yourself. Right, Matt?
Yeah. So as we end this, I want to say to Rick, who is listening, Rick, I came up with the title called Chakra Bound. And if Dena Marie thinks that she has one she can offer, or she can tell me later or whatever, but I thought Chakra Bound, because that's where I want to go the next time, is to talk to people about what that has come to mean to me by looking at the cheat sheet and also working through the, what did I call it again? The source of solace. I know the soul-changing manual of matters and manners spiritual is what I subtitled Our Energy Matters, your book, Dena Marie.
And remember, there's no place like Om.
Perfect place to end. Thank you so much.
All right. Talk to you next week.
Next week, we'll talk. Bye-bye.
Bye.